Wow. I mean, just wow. The stupidity that has been coming off the internet for the last couple of days. I haven't made a video because there wasn't really anything to warrant to make a video about. I'm pretty much figured it, and as I predicted, Sony would be selling better than Xbox One. Well, somewhat predicted. I'm still mad that a lot of people bought into their Xbox One just to save their fucking accounts. And I meant what I said back then. I hope you're happy with your fucking purchase, you goddamn morons. You bought into a goddamn fucking scam. But lately, the things have been getting dumber. And I'm still a little, by the way, I'm still a little miffed that everybody thinks that the Xbox One is a better deal than Wii U. Or how can I say this more appropriately? Stupid people. Xbox One, as it stands now, is the worst of the consoles, in my opinion. And it is the worst because it's at a $500 rate, and because they added the Kinect, and they won't remove the damn thing. And now there's talks about removing the disk drive. It's not been confirmed, but it's pretty fucking stupid. Xbox One is a waste of my time as a console. And by the way, South Park Stick of Truth came out. And I'm going to say this. It's a good game, but it's a mistake. Not the game itself, but for putting it only on 360 and PS3. At least they could have put it on the Wii U. And I still believe the Wii U is still more powerful than the 360 and PS3. No matter how many dumbass morons keep saying otherwise. Black Blonde. And I knew that the PS4 was going to be the ultimate winner because it came at a much more better price, has more better deals, and that whole free game thing, free on their PS Plus, it doesn't really macro out the shit. The PS3 would have won if they hadn't released it at a $600 pricing range and gone more multimedia, but not multimedia, I mean gone more internet ready. But they didn't. They wanted multimedia. They wanted to put all their graphics powers in their CPU for whatever fucked up reason. And they screwed up the RAM by using an XDR RAM, which, made it strictly impossible to put something like cross-game chat in. I think it was a joke. PS4 was an outstanding joke. I mean, the PS4, the PS3, sorry. Yeah, I made a mistake. But the PS3 was an astounding joke. The PS4, in my honest opinion, is bounds and leaps in improvement. And I think has been one of the best consoles out as of lately. And I think a lot of these companies that ignored the current gen because of, they apparently they all got this. They all thought that they believed the Michael Patrick bullshit and didn't look at facts and just, if Michael Patrick said the Wii U was last gen, all those developers believed it was last gen. Didn't even need to look at the evidence. Michael Patrick said it was last gen, so it had to be last gen. Look, Michael Patrick says that the reason the Atari 2600 was such a failure is because they couldn't play Call of Duty. So that's the reason why it failed. So believing Michael Patrick's bullshit, it's just somewhat of a shocker. And there's still a lot of people who believe it's bullshit. Look, it's obvious why the Xbox One is such a failure. 3 operating systems, decent RAM, and the 3 operating system just ate that RAM up. I mean, the RAM is fine, but those things. But 3 operating system is not just a RAM hog, it's also a resource hog. It just eats up the resources and slows everything down. That's why you're having slow installing times. And I said this all the way back then before the Xbox One came out. That you're going to have a slow machine. And guess what? You have a slow machine. But yet, everybody who talks to me says, well, I don't remember you saying that. I said it. Past videos. Look it up. I said you were going to end up with a slow machine because of that 3 operating system bullshit. And then allowing you to hook up your cable box, with cable dying due to internet streaming. Video games will happen next, but it won't happen for a much longer time because, it's harder to stream video games than it is movies. Movies is just easy now. It's gotten so incredibly easy. And you got all these brand new shows on Netflix, and it's just getting worse year by year. So why did Microsoft make a push to plug their Xbox One into the cable box? They kept digging for it and digging for it. And even with the Xbox 360, and everybody was telling them, look, there's nothing going to be in this market in a couple of years. But they're like, no, we need to do this. We need to do this. It's like Microsoft just decided, fuck you, we're going to do what we want. Just like with the Kinect. And, they put that 10% resourcing into the Kinect device, which was dumb. They should have put any kind of resources into the fucking Kinect. The Kinect can take care of itself as a machine. I looked at the Kinect specs. It doesn't need any GPU power. What the fuck is it doing with that? But no, they resourced it down to 2%. But it doesn't matter. It's not going to help the graphics. It's not going to help you get that 1080p bullshit. You know why? Because the GPU inside the Xbox One is a cheap-ass GPU. And yeah, I know Sony sat there and lied about the resolution of Killzone Shadowfall. And to Zephyrnix, I'm going to say this when I saw his video. Hey, Killzone Shadowfall is already a piece of shit anyway, so who gives a flying fuck? And two, I didn't care. Because how many games are below the so-called 1080p on Xbox One? Especially with the multiplayer. Yeah, you match how many times Microsoft has lower resolutionary games to how many lower resolution games that the PS4 has. Yeah, I wouldn't be sitting there saying that my Sony lied to their fucking hardcore gamer crowd. I wouldn't be saying that at all. Weight of evidence, it's called. And basically, when the competitors have a much more worse performance than the PS4, yeah, you really don't have much to say there, Zephyrnix. You don't. Especially after Microsoft was caught lying to their customers more than once, starting with the Monopoly trial and a whole bunch of other shit. Oh, I could go on. I mean, let's not forget who sent a group of people into I believe it was a Best Buy, and started saying, well, why aren't you buying Microsoft products? Why are you buying this Nintendo stuff? Microsoft is so much more better. Oh yeah, that would have been Microsoft paying a bunch of Microsoft employees to go into Best Buys and say that when Nintendo was having their show auctions over at Best Buy. Yeah, that actually did happen. And of course, as I said before, not forgetting the antitrust trial that Microsoft was put under. But yeah, it's not like Microsoft is selling a overpriced console with weaker graphics all because of some fucking add-on that nobody wants. It's a $100 doorstop, for fuck's sakes. That's all it is. It's a doorstop. Because, yeah, you need it to install the updates for the Xbox One. But once you install that update, and then soon most of them will even come with this update pre-installed, you won't even need the Kinect anymore. You unplug it and put it to the side, and that's what most people have done. And most people have either thrown it into their closet or just used it as a door stopper. Or paper prep. Even worse, it's a paperweight. A fucking $100 paperweight. You spent $100 to clutter up your closet, stop your door, or to hold papers down. Congratulations, people. I hope you enjoy your Xbox One, and I hope you enjoy keeping your fucking Xbox Live account with all those achievements to your next console while you sit there and look at your $100 do-nothing machine that's standing right next to it called the Kinect. And those who are like, but I can say Xbox on and all my entertainment system comes off. Yeah, and there's a troll out there who calls himself Xbox off, and he gets in your way, and then guess what? All your shit turns off. Because, just like Microsoft ActiveX, which basically took control of the entire desktop and created a whole bunch of viruses that nearly destroyed a whole bunch of company businesses. Yeah, I wouldn't be bragging so greatly about the fucking Kinect. Let's just say that ActiveX within Windows had a little too much power over your desktop, and it was basically a backdoor for hackers. And now Microsoft is giving a backdoor to trolls on Xbox Live. Figure that one out. And yeah, I know that Batman Arkham Knight isn't coming to Wii U, as I pretty much suspected. But then again, Warner Brothers has been an up and down company for a while. And well, they put Dan Didio in charge of DC Comics, and that didn't work out too well. And now he's president of DC Comics with Jim Lee. And Dan Didio, he may have had a couple of hit comic books here and there, but under his reign of DC, we've had the worstest, when he was editor-in-chief, we've had nothing but the worstest slop come from DC Comics ever. And I mean bad. Like Amazon's Attack, which was a part, and so much more. Didio, you're the reason why DC Comics had to reboot their entire fucking universe. As soon as Bob Harris took the reins. But no, they made you president, and you're the guy who nearly destroyed DC Comics. Hell, you destroyed the Shazam comic books pretty good. But not only that, Warner Brothers still gives exclusives to Nintendo in somewhat of a way. Don't forget that Lego City Undercover was a Warner Brothers game, because they own the company I forget the name of the company, but they own the developers who make all those Lego games. Of course, if you want to really talk bizarre, how about the fact that Activision has released a new multiplayer map for the Wii U version of Call of Duty Ghosts? The one version that they said would have no DLC. They patched it up and released a free multiplayer map for it, just out of the blue. It's still weird. But if you have a Wii U, or you know somebody who does, look it up. Just all I'm going to do is search for Call of Duty, and then just look in Call of Duty Ghosts, and you'll see it. There it is, a free map, the freefall map. Why did Activision suddenly decide to put that in there? I have no idea. But there you go. See ya.